wenu mwauka bwanji, mwauka tiani, mwauka uli, nekwasu, zikilenjani, wherever you are listening in from. It is a political hour program on your number one radio station, Breeze, Chipata City, Chadiza. Getting us live on 89.3 FM Lundazi, Nimba, and Petauke. Yours is 89.7 FM. On 98.5, we have Katete, Sinda, and Chadiza live across all the districts in Eastern Province. And those that are listening to Breeze via internet on Simple Live Radio, TuneIn, Radio Garden, and all the platforms that you're able to access your favorite radio station, Breeze. We're broadcasting live from Battle of Eastern Province. Right in Chipata City. It is a political hour program. My name is Justin Mwanza. Will be together in the next hour or so as we get to interact with citizens. First, President Harry Kalaba, call him HK. It's good to have you, President. Welcome to Eastern Province. Welcome to Breeze FM. Delighted to have your company.
Thank you very much for having me. And welcome to the Breeze FM in the heart of Chipata. Thank you for having me. It's always good to be here, and I'm happy that you've given me an opportunity.
We also have in the studio aspiring candidates, Chipata North MP, Rose Shower. Amai Shower Tagulanjan Mo.
Ziko matauka mwakati yani.
Taukabuno ga Chipata North Masia.
Chipata North kuli bueno.
All right. Now we have Yali Kanimiti, Kanjala Ward Council aspiring candidate as well. Bakulu na Tagulanjan Mo. Tunkira Blanche.
Ai sitokabuno kai moka bwanji kumasomvesera kunjauko moka bwanji.
We have aspiring candidates, Chipata City Mayor also in the studio, Danton Love with Dixon Love. Let me add all the full names. Tagulandra now.
Zikomo mkonzi, zikomo wobesera kubalo ko. Chawa makuti tapezeka na umwai o pezeka kwa na president wa Suhari kala Chipata Citizens First. Chizindikiro nchimteni. Zikomo mkonzi.
Mr. President, first things first, Nitani, Tuesday in Bakama.
Calendar yaba ECZ. Yanifaka ko Eastern Province this week. In fact, the city is Mailo, according to the ECZ calendar. Then kwenda ku Muchinga Province.
Okay.
From Muchinga, then we go to northern Luapula, central, Lusaka, northwestern cities. So till my elections, mind. And it's the first time I met Buela Buela Eastern Province over the years. And the Buela Lelo has to fulfill again fixture by ECZ at Tekalekon. Buela, Kurimasan Community, 13th August. Bantuaniziva Kunokumawa, Bantuaziva Danton, Bantuaziva Rose Shower, Waziva Miti. So, and them and that's Aminali Kunokumawa. So, to the Bantuvatu Kunokumawa, and that's what I'm part of a program. Waziva Bantuatu was Citizens First, Valiko, was Citizens First, when I'm a candidate to Chipata North, when I'm a mayor, when I'm a councillor. It's very important that Bantuvatu Bazivike, Bantuvatu Abasanki, Kuli Masanko Amenali go 13th August. But footnotes of no Kambati Pepani, sorry. The Paramount Chief Mpezeni, Vanatisia, Tenzero Kumaliro, those Nabwele physically that time myself, but Wengana Moses Mawere, running the party, Nzekuno, together with the leadership of the party. In Kenya Ikulu Manini, to lose the father of a chiefdom. And I missed the Paramount Chief. I was quite close to him. There was second one in a way, and there was one Paramount Chief you can call him at any time. Bazaya and Kafon. You know, wherever he is going to answer you. And so I feel bad that I'm here, Kunokumawa, and I cannot meet so rest in peace, Pepan.
You speak very good Nyanja, President HK.
Wow.
I must mention. now you recently, your party has unveiled its manifesto as a blueprint of governing Zambia. What are the key or its key priorities? I think let's begin from there. And how do you believe these policies will improve the lives and livelihoods of ordinary Zambians? I think tiambile pamea.
My key priorities yali mu manifesto yacu citizens first ni industrialization. Ndiye number one. It's a just to believe that pamene vakaunda venze va president muno muziko yacho. Vakaunda ngati kwenze chintu chamene venze vanapereka pasogolo. Ni industrialization. Kuno kumawa kamene tiri kuno kuchipata kuno. Tande kwenze bicycle plant kuno. That's industrialization. Maenda ku Livingstone kwenze car assembly plant. That is industrialization. Maenda ku Mansa kwenze Mansa batteries. That's industrialization. Maenda ku Mungu kwenze cashew nut industry, kwenze mango juice industry. That is part of industrialization. So maenda ku Munilunga kwenze pineapple ija factory. That's part of industrialization. So mungaone at industrialization denzo pasa bantu machito maningi. Industrialization denzo pasa life kuziko yatu muno muziko ya Zambia. Manje, without industrialization, machito kulibe. Without industrialization, kulibe raw materials kushita add value addition raw materials. So it's our citizens first. Tifu na raw materials yali muno mchipata. Raw materials yali kuno kumaba mulina nshaba maningi nshaba kuno. And yet kuno kumaba kulibe cooking oil amene wapanga from nshaba because ma Chinese natubawa na sivai na banji cooking oil amene wakwenda maningi ne aja mnata extract from groundnuts. So ise tizi wati nshaba zili kuno ngatambo sta extract cooking oil na fusika panga cooking oil we have to export it to Tanzania. Tanzania ndio wakipangela China. Tuba lima soya beans mono Eastern Province. But masoya chance yake achikala ku Tanzania. So mupeza kuti value addition kuno kumaba kulibe. And that's why mupeza mambiri basikana banyamata bakangiwa kusebenza mushemusha nchito. Kulibaza nchito zazana basebenza. Chikwa chani? Chikwa chakuti kulibe ma industries kuno ku Eastern Province. Ma industries kuno ku Eastern Province ni civil service kwa sira. Naba OP woko nka Kalaba ngati abwera mu Eastern Province konga ndi industry yo limba maningi muno mu Eastern Province. But amene chifunika value addition to what we are doing in this country. Value addition, so that it is value addition which is going to create wealth. It is value addition which is going to create jobs. It is value addition which is going to grow our jobs. So it's our citizens first. Industrialization is top of the agenda. Two, kanuzani kuti ulimi agriculture is one of the biggest things in manifesto ya CF. Kuno ku Eastern Province. Vantu kunkara kuno ku Eastern Province ni ulimi kuno. Vantu bakulira mu ulimi, bapunzirira mu ulimi, bakwatirira mu ulimi kuno ku Eastern Province. But ngati mawana ulimi pamene wafika lero kuno ku Eastern Province. Ulimi muchitoyeso kupapatiza chabe. Nivo patikisa chabe. Chifukwa fertilizer kuma farmers mankala yochepa. Then my payment methods kuma farmers mankala yochepa. Lelo ni pa 60, pa 70,
6.
lelo ni pa 60 July. Up to now tukaribu mvela floor price. Kapata kasina mbele vimashita discourage ma farmers kulima maningi kuno kumama. Fertilizer ichepa, floor price mauza fast. Pogusa chimanga chao futi ni nkondo yoipa. Bantu wafingo kugona mmoja ma satellite depots. Then futi potenga ndrama amutenga ntawi ya itali maningi kwa pasa ndrama zao. So ulimi waenda pansi kuno ku Eastern Province. It's our citizens first. Tikambati ulimi is a big priority for the people of Eastern Province. Chifukwa ino Eastern Province ni food basket. Yaziko ya Zambia. Ino Eastern Province ingateze Zambia yonse. Yadesa na wa Malawi, yadesa na wa Tanzania. Ino yameni Eastern Province. Chifukwa ngati muisapota Eastern Province ku ulimi. Bantu ngakaleko mushe. So, iseva CF tunaona agriculture as being very key. Agriculture ngati mwaishita promote. Ngati mwaenda ku China. Ma Chinese lelo banachoka out of poverty because of agriculture. Agriculture ndiye mangeneza bantu nchito. Agriculture ndiye muli ndrama. Agriculture ndiye muli chitukuko. But kuno ku Eastern Province agriculture wapaya. Iseva CF tifuna ngati abwera mu government. Tifuna ma farmers batenga 8 bags. Ni 4 bags ya pansi, 4 bags ya pamwamba ngati muchaya 1 hectare. Chifukwa ngati bakaunda pamene mezo pasira fertilizer ijantao. sembe tinachita continue sembe ino Eastern Province chabe china muchanamo but taleta bezo vanati namika maboza anatuza kuti bebe akabwera agriculture izanda pasogolo papa ilatu manje ganizani just for 1 minute ngati mwapasa futi mpata yo nkala mu leadership ya ino ziko for another 5 years isi ziko ine nikuvala chabe tivale chabe Zambia chifukwa izanga ilatu west onani load shedding.
Now, maybe before you touch on load shedding, President Kalaba, there are always concerns. Kumankala makamaka concerns. Makambapo kuchedwa makamaka boma kugula mafarmers or kuista announce mtengo wa chimanga. The reasons that farmers are always given in terms of the delays due to the moisture content of the maize, which has not yet reached the required buying level are there any plans as citizens face when you form government to address these particular issues? Because no 12.5% in terms of the moisture content, and are there any solutions really? Because in Tauzina, concern
the job of the FRA, yamana mkamba 12% moisture content. Ni farmers ingatibagulisa kuti ba FRA magula chimanga chamene chankala ko dry up to that level. But the job of the FRA is a strategic food reserve agency. Is a ngatabwela government. We are going to revise is a requirement at 12.5% moisture content. Chifukwa ba FRA, since in a strategic reserve, they should buy equipment to store chimanga, whether it's 12%, whether it's 12%, whether it's 6%, but then my strategic food reserve. Chifukwa ngati machita hivyo, balenga mafarmers wambo vutikila muchabe, kuyambo embekeza, and mafarmers wambo nkala desperate. Mambo kulisa chimanga chao kuma small businessmen and women, amino agula at a very low price, and yet vema nafakamu, na vema gulisa, they had variance. So it's a tikabwela, we are going to revise. We are going to interrogate the requirement that before you sell your maize, unless you have capacity moisture content. We want our farmers in Gachibagulisa. Pamene ali ready farmer kugulisa kwa FRA, they should be able to go and take their maize kwa FRA. Not to go that here face moisture content ifikia hapa. So we are going to look at that issue. Then secondly, there's kama pale amene food reserve agency. My FRA should now begin coordinating agriculture extension officers. Bo chita inspect minda ya bantu. You know? Na bantu mafunika bazive at what stage. O milisiano afika hapa, machosa mumunda, I think in the next 1 week, by FRA bazabwela, mpakinge mushi. They should be picking midis not from the chani, from minda, after balima. They should be able to pick my farms waziva, farm A, farm B, farm C, farm D. They should be able to go in there and pick the maize instead of waiting for the farmers to take the produce kuja, because mafunika bankane proactive instead of being reactive. We have done things in the same way over and over, and we think that's the normal way of doing things. We have to get out of that comfort zone and begin putting a high premium on the farmers. We do that, agriculture wins. Agriculture wins, Zambia goes, Zambia makes progress. Chinangwe, chita party agriculture. In 1986, I think, if my memory serves me right, 1986, where we agreed that, not 86, 96, sorry. 1996, Justin. Zambia was saying that 17% of our national budget, SADC member states signed, that 17% of the national budgets will be put on agriculture. 17% the national budgets. Up to now, Zambia does not spend 17% on agriculture. That's why we want to budget. They only spent, I think, about 9% on agriculture. In the budget pasogolo, out of 100% of the budget, agriculture only gets 9% or 10% of the entire budget. Nishmaziwa chuli swauta ilako nzero. Setika bwela, tifuna farma alekogona pa satellite depots. Tifuna maskeo, yopi misa achimanga chao nga tuwaenda pa satellite depots ya paki. Masaka ya paki. Na ndrama kubali pila, once you take your maize wapereka chimanga chako kuti vaFRA vapima deputy clerk alemba nolemba, the following day ufuni kuendotenga ndrama zako chifukwa ngati waenda ku market lero market yana tipanji inside the market ngati mwana inside the market paja simuzaenda mutenge vintu ako papa nolipira ndrama sasa uzana tia first lipirani. I think for me that is a mistake which must be corrected, and we are going to correct it when we form government.
All right. Now let's look at the other issue, President Kalaba. I know you are a farmer as well.
Zikomo Justin, and we mukamba chilungamo. Our president in a permanent as servants as Barclays Bank manager in 2009. The Rupia band wanagola 40 kubantu using a TBZ. Again in 2013 basata wanagola 40 kubantu using a TBZ. Jamaica servants of na farmers kuvutikira. Our president pamene munafika kuno kumawa I think maraundako ma districts yosiana siana. Ma farmers bambiri bankala stranded na tobacco. So in the president na unapo mwai pali imwe mukapanga boma pa 13 August ujafoja mukabagule walili bavutikanga kukunja uko na ndrama mu circulation mulire ndiponso wa president china mutametufunika kumunikira nini ichi kuno balimi bakine bakalipotenga ndrama za chimanga chao chamene banagulisa chimanga chaka chamene chasi boma ikamba isiwa peleka na reason yo kongoloka bwino bwino then namvera bwino because mweo malonjezo yanu siya kuzatyala bantu bopunzira beka mweo malonjezo yanu yalangana na isi mbuli za muno mu community and icho cheve mukonzi ndipo wa president tamvera bwino kuti maonikirapo tizami supportani and bantu bakumawa bamilandirani na manja abiri ziko mu president.
Let's have Rose Shaw as well, aspiring candidate at MP Chipadalos.
Monga pankani ya ulimi kunkhala ngati neo nasebenza mu tobacco industry for almost 8 years now. Experience yanankhala nayo na alimi nankhalidwe yanankhala nawo alimi ni chomwe chansoni kuti ulendo uno alimi osoba kugulisira fwaka ndipo ni chansoni ngako kuti alimi ali stranded fwaka aisunga mang'anda kuti wenze ni mfusha tingakambe kuti zili bwino tingapike koma fwaka tingapike lini ndiyo lini. So chama kondola nacho nchakuti mwakambira kala president hali Kalaba kuti tikafominga government pa 13 August apa aoneshe shepo kuti mulimi asankhale ovutikira kamba kauti kuti seo moyo wasunkhale bwino ni kamba kamulimi ndrama zonse zichokera kunthaka ulimi songa sitafaka mulimi pasogolo tamukonzekera mulimi tamusunga bwino nishina na ziko lasu la Zambia ino itukuki kamba kachitukuko makamaka chichoka kumulimi ziko mkonzi.
Dear listener, at this stage we open our phone line so that you can also be part of the conversation. Tina Nkanis Gapo Makamaka Ponapo will be dealing with issues regarding agriculture, regarding empowerment. And talking about empowerment, youth unemployment, President Kalaba remains one of Zambia's most pressing challenges, particularly in urban areas or rural areas where we are, joblessness is significantly higher than in rural communities. Are there any practical, or should I say, what practical and measurable interventions would your government, when you form government, implement to create jobs and expand opportunities for young people?
What will expand jobs? What will create employment for our people and wealth consequentially is what I was telling you in the beginning, the issue of industrialization. That is the anchor. That is what is going to create wealth and employment for our people here in Eastern Province. Ngatapanga industry ya tobacco. Tobacco for kamani.
Forja, yes.
Forja. Vantu bazanka na chito chifoko zanka la industry manje yo start process tobacco into cigarettes. Ngatambo panga masoya chunks kuno kumao from soya beans. Vantu zanka na manchito chifuka masoya chunks zambo pezeka. Ngati mambo panga cooking oil kuchosela mushaba for Chinese market specifically. Vantu zanka na nchito chifuka vazanka na market ku China. Ngati mambo penga ngati kuli place kwamene kuli mangoes kuno ba honorable. Ni kwamene kuno ku Eastern Province. Mangoes aingo ola chabe. angola chapa council. But ngati mwapanga industry kuno yopanga mango juice, yopanga mango jam, vana vatu vazambo usewenza ma industries ayo, and pamene tikamba ivinga chitike ngati muna leadership yamene ili serious. Problem amene tilibe ni leadership. Vakamba sort sana efishivyo. They should have told us apa tinakangiwa apa nezonuza nipoyamba paja, nezonuza kuti load shedding, because load shedding yo ipisa muno mu Eastern Province. Neza mbona kuna kuchipata chiku load shedding ya kutila mazonkana 2 hours of electricity, 22 hours no power. Fama elections ya bwela maona ati load shedding ya sila te, but ngati mwapanga mistake yo sanka aba wanzatu kumene bali mu government kuwapasa futi mupata wakuti bankale basta continue load shedding zabwela la futi wala mene zabwela load shedding ni yo babila atu manje from zambo nkala maybe 1 week mpe ma light. So if you also feel like kuti kwa mene kuli load shedding ma industries sikunga nkala chifukwa industry kusevenza ma light yo kuwana pamene nenze foreign affairs minister nenze naenda ku Russia kuja ku Russia tena saina agreement you're making sure that va Russia batandize ba Zambia kupanga nuclear power plant facility. Nuclear power plant facility jamaa ni using South Africa, ku London, ku America, they're using nuclear energy. So nice abamene kuno ku Zambia tizofunika nuclear energy because ni sitaka na malite yo kwa na yo running ama industries when kamba hapo kuno. Once those industries are established, Eastern Province will be another capital. Olo kuno tina mwai. Eastern Province is about the only province in our borders. You are bordering with Mozambique. You are bordering with Malawi. So you have got 2 borders. I mean, 2 countries. I mean, now my borders. That shows you kuti imo mungankale market ya Mozambique muno. Bantu wazambo choka ku Mozambique wabwela kuno ku Eastern Province kugola vintu vao. Wazambo choka mu Malawi wabwela kuno ku Eastern Province kugola vintu vao. Why? Because ngati develop industry yatu muno kuno kumao. This will be another paradise. But sivichitika hivyo chifukwa ma leaders watu sibaziwa napogwira napoyambia. Veve ni sort sana. And amene yo slogan basankirepo no basankirapo. Bantu bana masobela bati. Iyo slogan ya chifana yo amene mufona imwe. Mubasanke basibakamba how they are going to improve your electricity. They are not telling you how they are going to improve. And then mu hospital general hospital mo chipata. And then muone. Ni ma prescription chat. Amene mbelani. Ndani mkagule. Prescription ndani mkagule. Ndrama zachoka kuti. Mwende kuchadiza ni same story. Mwende kulundazi ni same story. Mwende kukatete same story. Manje niziko ya mtundu bwanji ementifuna. So timipe mpani this year kuno kumao. Make sure ija mistake mwanzo mnapanga mu 2021 yo wapasa ma votes awanzatu hapa osa eseratu manje hapa ninkani yo making sure on 13th August ija mistake yonzo pangi waja ni wana watu wachoka musanki baba miti musanki wa Danton musanka na Rose Shower ni sikuno kwatu 9 hari Kalaba ni sikuno kwatu masegula chituko cha bwena.
Let's turn to the issue of poverty. Yenamati umpawi. Despite Zambia holding international reserve estimated at about 6.5 billion United States dollars, President Kalaba, more than 60% of the population continues to live below the national poverty line. How would you, or your administration perhaps, leverage these reserves while maintaining economic stability, and what concrete measures would you implement to significantly reduce poverty and improve living standards? Because there's been conversations around the 6.5 billion reserves. Is that correct?
First of all, my reserves, get mankana my reserves, and then mankana single-digit inflation rate. I mean, right now we're at 6.5%, single-digit inflation. Ngati muna ma reserves ya 6.5 billion. Muna single-digit inflation rate. Unga ufunika uchipe. Cooking oil ufunika ichipe. Sopo ichipe. Ma eggs ya chipe. na just ma essential commodities yafunika yankale pansi chifukwa imwe mwachita achieve single digit inflation. Dollar kwacha yankala strong. Manje ni 17 kwacha to $1. Manje, what is the benefit of your reserves? What is the benefit of your single digit inflation? What is the benefit of your dollar kunkala weak in front of the kwacha? Ngati vantu still more drama balibe mu pocket yao. Elo ba UPND bakwenda masovera. UPND bakambati tibasange chifuka mu banki muli drama zambiri maningi zamene basunga. So iwe just ununyamuke pa 13 August kwenda kubavotera chifuka mu mabanks muli drama zambiri maningi. So what inati mabanks muli drama zambiri maningi. So what? Mubasange chifukwa single digit inflation so mwendo mubasange. Vantu ngati mwenda ni kukapata market kuja. Kuchani kuja. Navutika market. Ngati mwenda ku market kuja vantu amene bafuna mpeza ni sopo yo chipa. Bafuna vantu salad yo chipa. Vantu bafuna salt yo chipa. Bafuna sugar yo chipa. But lero ngati mwenda mu pepe lero mwenda mu Shoprite mu stands muja. Mupeza 2 kg sugar so ili monga ni mwala ngati waigwira. Why? Chifukwa vantu sibagula kali kulipa drama. Inkala pa shelf for too long. Vantu sibagula. Chamene chifunika ni kupaka drama mu economy using ulimi, using industrialization, using job creation through raw materials value addition. That is when we are going to open up this place. That is when we are going to create wealth for our people. But kutiuza chaba ma reserves yafika hapa, single digit inflation yafika hapa, and then but muibala for 4 years. Vantu wenzi na baba shop wanavala baba shop yao. Chifuka kwenzeli malaiti. Basika na masaluni wanavala. Sio kwenzeli malaiti. Bavutika vantu bapaka. So, mtao yo chinja government. Nyamene yafika. Ngati tamisinga yo opportunity.
You've touched on the UPND and some of the major developmental achievements that the UPND government is boasting of is the issue of a free education policy, which has become law, infrastructure projects in health and education sectors through enhanced constituency development fund, CDF, the most talked about. Talk about the mass recruitment of teachers, health workers, police, Zambia Air Force, and the list is endless. Makamaka. Mukamba kuti waliyeste pochili chose nanga izamene tukumva.
First of all, mukamba pale CDF. CDF makamba CDF itaira ndao, please. CDF is a time waster. Chifukwa ija CDF simunga tenge CDF na kuipanga as a main economic indicator or driver. CDF, Constituency Development Fund. This CDF is an idea which was mooted in West Africa by the Senegalese, I think, parliamentarians, wanting to get relief between their hassles with central government. Then they brought in their CDF. Taite and Zambia, we began using it. We have a Babuela without experience at CDF. Today, at Mangana CDF, my figures vikulu, but civil in tandem na development that's to kuchakaen. Elo paka but CDF managers Africa ngati 70 million. I'm very serious.
40 plus.
Please. Yes, the 25 million is still on development. Elo pa mene paying the 25 million. Penga onek. Still on. Ba kuti so Isetikabwela free education is good. Sikana. But see free education amene bachitaba. Yakuti bana bali 100 mu class and then teacher umozi wamene uyasiza kukusisa bana then nafuta ambukunza bana bena ngufuti bali 100 ifuni konkala free and quality education.
What is it that you're going to do differently? Maybe mtumaso.
Baba ndi kamba. Isesizanga be free education. Isesizanga free and quality education. Kudala pamene nzo kula ini Justin. I don't know how old you are. Nenze mu free education. Kudala ngati mwana aenda ku private school. Ezo kamba tinchikopo. alipenzera tenzofuna ma government schools, not private schools. Tenzovaonelamo penzoenda kuma private schools iswalidawo kungala intelligent kama muenda ku government school. Today it's fashionable kwenda ku private school and not to government school. CF in government tifuna tipase chitukuko mumanja yabosauka nabolemera. Tifuna tiwapase ma equal opportunities bosauka nabolemera. Kaya bakansela abamiti kapena ngomungambe bali free education kamene muri mu community kwani.
Okay, siku mwambie wa president na moderate. Issue ya free education, I think I remember Donald Trump released a statement. Yokamba kuti ngati kuli country ameneza nkana wastest education in Zambia because of free education. Why anachosa statement ya soni yakuti mu class mpezeka muli bantu bana wa school 180 mu class, and then teacher aphunzitsa ma subject yali 7 icho mozi like ma primary schools. So munuza teacher angakwanise bana wose ngati wapasa exercise kuti balembe angakwanise kumakinga noziwa kuti uyu mwana sana mvere wambe, because teacher ngati akwanisa kumakinga ma books aja je kuti aruziwa kuti uyu mwana samvesesa ufanika nimchite hando so uyu mwana samvesesa kuti nimfanika nimchite hando so. That's why pafanika ngati free education, as you said your president, ukamba kuti na quality education must come in, because without quality education tizambo ona monga bana baphunzira basiza get hope but palibe pamene wachita mwana abwera ku school apezeka kuti olo kumfusa question ya ku school sayanka because anasiriza chapezina kuti wasiriza school. So free education is supposed to make sure kuti na ma teachers na beve wa president once you get into power onesesana kuti ma teachers pa ma schools bankhapo bambiri so that basharingana na ma subject pa school pass. 2 ma buildings ma constructions pa ma schools yafanika yankaliambi so that ngati ma grade 1 yankalepo or ma classes yali 5 ya ma grade 1 so that bana bazinkhako bang'ono at least in class in order mwana aliyesa azimvesesa pamene teacher waphunzisa, because upezeka kuti bana baphunzira but wabwera ko kumfusa homework yampasa ku school teacher akuza kuti ulembe bwana mwana saziwa kulemba saza chiziwa because sana mvesese bana bapaka mu class. So ije ilengesa kuti education inkhale down in Zambia. So it's a appeal to our president once you get into office on necessary to free education. I've already said to say that it's going to be free education, and the quality education must be considered highly so that education yake iende pasobora, because of education yake gwelera kumbuyo manje muzapeza kuti society wana sizama schools like mageko uzapeza ni wambiri but kulipe kwa mene waenda isira chepa mene paja pa free education pa grade 4 tinamvera na ruma kuti kuli university at free university course cha bonse vijasivone. So as we have already said to our president, on necessary once you get into office is a tilikuno ku ground to make sure that you get more votes so that you go into parliament, into the state house. This is many shit atili nayo so that once parliament kambisana pano president bikankhale vintu vakuti vachiti osati kankhale mbiri chabe kuti chimvera ku vantu tifuna ise ngati takamba na mayor takamba na MP messages ifika kuli mu pamene vantu vafuna pa ground. So this free education ifanika kuonewa po bwino ozivana bapaka maningi mklasi sibamvesesa pamene teacher aphunzisa because vana bapaka zikomo kwambiri.
We are live on Breeza Families, a playing for political program. In the studio I'm playing host to citizens faced President Hari Kalaba. I do have aspiring candidate MP Chipata North, Madam Rose Shawa Yalikani Miti Kanjala Award aspiring candidate, and Mr. Denton Dixon Govu was aspiring for a Chipata mayoral seat. Shortly we'll open our phone lines so that you can also be part of the conversation. It is a political hour. The first caller here. Good morning. It's good to have you. Your name and where you're calling from.
Naoka Makapwanji.
To make an alliance with UPNP. I called Munaboya Makana. Many apa people, I didn't came again. I called you advice to make an alliance with the one political Munakambati, my owner. So I don't know what the politicians why we are failing to start the politics, because like if you think that you can win an election, you can't win on your own political party. You can't win. If you remember, nice, kumbuka kuja, zinapata na waiche chingani pamozi, wananga pamozi, wachoka, wakangi wachanchani. That's why your interest is not to save the Zambian people, but your interest is to be the president. My honor.
All right, thank you so much. It's only 1 minute. Each caller, Mr. Kalaba Nelson, being part of the conversation. 0978748993. TNK na lamia. Takulandirani zina kwa mtumiafoni.
Yewa Mwanza.
Yeo, Pitirizani.
Mkamba na Karuru, Jonathan. Hello?
Pitirizani.
Zimveka?
Zimveka mdara Pitirizani, Mr. Karuru Jonathan from Petau.
Okay. So, utapeuka nkani maningi, eti vuta ise, nkani ya agriculture. Kwa agriculture kweze, wavutako. Chipa hii ya kuti monster content ya ukamba manja. Palize start kwa bana polo. If either wafuna kwesa mtengo wa milisi, but wale pera just because wanafuna fertilizer modula, because wafuna mavote. Monster content sikuti maaje ponsi bali katunga pankani ya monster content. Yeah, maybe kinga uwe mafama zizambo uwa mpaka kuvota. Experience yanga mtengo suza choka. So, ndiye mavuto mfungo kula mira sayoti paya ngako ni kungani ya mafama. Iya kuti monster content. Si tantauza munga kuline chifa mtengo. Kuto mtengo kendo kula pakuti sufu na monster content. Yeah, kungo uchofa jala pakamu. Kosa tu chinangu. Ngani ya chitukuko a central government. Ichochepa. Kupoto mkaenda ngati mwa president. Sumutuma abantu kuti wabwele baze waone kuti kwa kwangu nine ya CDF ne wapasa.
Mr. Kalulu, thank you so much. It's only a minute for each caller.
All right.
Right, 0978748993. We'll accommodate one more and then we'll allow President Kalaba to respond. It's good to have you.
Hello.
Zina come to my phone.
Mugamba na tembo Jordani kubira kuno ku RRCB Pangari.
Pitirizani kuchipangari hapo.
Mundu mkuru kandi taifa kuno bwino. Koma hii jamesima kama kutoku. Kulaika kwa zolira sina churuka. Jendi zitokoza baita mena anzatu achita. Na kamene ite dizachita. Otherwise, kwa mene mfunika magamba maningi. Nikutani kwa agriculture. Dosi kufria chikeke ni mdara. Wanakwesa mama teachers na kuti vanakura vanapata few leso teacher leso yeve akharako kumungani vuto but ndeva vine tiona kuti vangakwanise kutogoro kutochenjiso zvinhu zongosogana kuchita highlight vamene tikaindochita kutogoro ziko
Zikomo, because there are similar issues that are being asked. Let me accommodate another one. It's good to have you.
Thank you very much. This is Family calling from Mumba district, Central Province.
How is Mumba? It's good to have you.
Mumba is fine. I'm calling the program from Radio Bob.
Thank you so much. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Kalaba, I want to thank you because your leadership is perfect, so to say. You don't use your tribal remark. Yeah, you are always with the people. This is how a leader should behave. You speak, trying to convince people in a normal way. So that type of leadership should be at least encouraged. What I want to say, you are a leader, but you are competing with other people who are not leaders. So, whatever outcome, just accept it. God's time is the best. Peter, keep on fighting until time is Africa. Otherwise, your leadership is perfect. May the good Lord bless you. Thank you.
All the way from Mumba, thank you so much for coming through. President HK, over to you.
Nezofuna wanzanga mani wanjoin na my honorable MPs I still introduce kwa na mani.
Okay, please go ahead.
Sikomo kwa mbele. Zina langa nileza pia Simbewe. Aspire candidate for Chipangani West under Citizen Spaces.
Okay. Tilandile
Sikomo kwa mbele. Zina langa ndine Titus Mwanza, aspiring candidate for Makungwa Ward.
Right. Then we have another candidate. They will introduce themselves as well.
Abraham Rungu, aspiring candidate for Kapata Ward.
Okay, Takulanjan. And so before the introductions, we had calls that came through, about 4. President HK, just very quickly attend to those.
First of all, wakumumba na ongaziko maningi, leadership yanga is perfect. Leadership yanga is perfect kainge. Mutivotere this year. Mailo nzena kunzila saying yako nokumava ti. Fwaka meni pampuno.
4 January pampuno.
4 January pampuno. So, where I come from, Vembeland is yakana nikantuka di pabwali. So, tie ni sebenze pamozi kumumbo. Encourage your people to sebenze pamozi. Bajawena bajawa first caller. First caller was talking about
Mr. Kalaba Nelson.
Kalaba Nelson. He was talking about opposition unity.
Yes.
And the journalist advised to join the UPND. Manjama Nelson. Mazolist advised to join the UPND. Instead you come back, you will Kalaba do Mamunanga for sure. Chifuka sembe unavomela ba UPND wana mavuta amene waleta muziko muno sembe tambo kuseka wakambati nakuuza join UPND sona mbele manje UPND yata kuchituko ku Eastern Province kuchituko kuno sakutima mbogamba patenze nakuuza mu 2021 to mide pa UPND. Yeah, so we made the correct decision. We made the correct decision in the interest of the nation. And if there will be a time when we see that there has to be a decision to be made in the interest of the nation, we will not be shy to take that decision because we are all here to save the people of Zambia. Tilipano kusunga ziko ya Zambia na ma interest ya Zambia. So ngati kusunga ma interest ya Zambia kusenza na manzatu aba kusenza na manzatu baja, so be it. But kutuza TI na muza kusenza na UPND simwezo mvera. UPND yaleta soti sana. Ilo soti sana ikapaka mavuto yakaeka. So TN this year mu August tinyamuke bambiri tibarangize do wa UPND.
All right. 0978748993. The other one from Petauke talked about issues of moisture content that the farmers are going through.
But I think we addressed that question, remember?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
But the issue of moisture content, it is depriving the farmers of their capacity to sell maize on time and to get revenue when they want to get that revenue. Fogwa, chimanga ni chimanga. Iyo moisture content nyano haifara, go and deal with it. But it should not be the basis of not buying maize because of moisture content. Takamba is the CF government will ensure that the moisture content debate comes to an end.
0978748993. I must be quick to mention also that we are live on a number of Facebook pages. On Hari Kalaba Facebook page, Smart Eagles, Mwana Kalaba, the politician, Zambia News, Citizens First TV. 0978748993. We have another call. It's good to have you. Hello? Zina coming to my phone. Yeah, I'm going to Kenny. Pitizan Nafonso Kandemanga. All right, please go ahead, Pastor.
Pastor Mlishani.
Eastern Province Mkwai.
Thank you so much.
Mkwai. Naposhana bonza bali papaneo and the Dr. team Waiseni. Ichakora and the Dr. team itashe pafio mwa supawila umsango mwala tutunguru damo la lesa para 13th of August of this year of 2026. Yeah, ito na afyo kutera tinji poshe chakutera ti mwachika tako kuida shiga ya FRA msango wa kushitira mo amataba msango wa kulipidilamo lero tamwachifikisha pot otamwachifika posana ifyo mukala lipila pantunga twamona the way FRA is doing, or the government through FRA, media kutati abantu batwala amataba, and then papite nshita kashingani 1 week, 1 month. Meanwhile, apamene waimbekeza apa kuti price ichoke. That's mental torture. Bantu kuliko kwamene vangagulise fast and drama there and then. But again, waimbekeza government wachita promise to say tizami gula koma price kalibe kuchoka. So that's mental torture. Kumwime avutika kulima and avutika futi poembekeza mtengo kachoka saziba tini mtengo wa bwanji and mtengo ni poma ya mene ichosa. Instead umene wa commodity ndiwa minafunika wapasa mtengo, but it's the other way around. China kuchamene nzafuna tini fonse nkani ya free education. What is free education? So free education nkani chape yochosa ko mafizi o nkani yochosa ko mafizi mwachosa ko na vasapato na vama books. What is free education? Thank you very much, my president, and everyone on panel.
Thank you so much, all the way from Petauke. We are still picking more calls on 0978748993. We have another caller. It's good to have you. Mauka zina go to the phone.
Yeah,
my
favorite is President Kalaba CF. Mafasi yameanza Tanzania mukania vipi? Ya UPND na yamunduwile. So if the president wants to be the part of the next government, either kamgene muri yamunduwile or for UPND, otherwise that's a free advice. You know what I mean?
Mr. Barizambo there. Thank you so much. 0978748993. That's the number. Hello.
Ama mkonze.
Takula ndani zina go to the phone.
Ndina ngoma kunafika.
Ngoma pitilizana.
Nyami kila kwa mbili wakabina kuna kawaii. Akala wakugamba mawe amina kamba ni mawe yonke kabuna because like munga muno Mzambia the biggest industry muno Mzambia ni agriculture. Wakapaya agriculture ndio kinshwa paya ni vino lomwana wa mini ali mimba. Because jamina kambira so nja kuti ya mkonze muli hapa. Ndrama vandu wapeza ndrama mafuru agriculture. Kofa mapeleka ndrama mu government kofa. But agriculture ndeni mapeleka ndrama matumba mwa bantu. Muntu osauka muntu olemera ima ika ndrama matumba mwa ni agriculture. So manje ngatapa ya agriculture ni shwapa ya mtundu wa bantu. Ngakale uja mzima ya mina ina mimba. Hapa ina kumosi mwa ali mimba agriculture. So wakala wakamba bwino maningi kama chameninga pepepe cha menja kuti watendele pamoja na wa Social Alliance because Social Alliance na wa nfunda kamina kamba kala wazone kama mkanako. So ni pembo yanga chabe kuti wakala wakamba munga ni muntu wa church muntu wa mulungu no pesa. So wasondele pamoja na Social Alliance kuti iboma ichokepo yangi kwa mbili mungu ngakutalisha wakala wasomo kwa mbili.
Thank you so much, Angoma, for coming through. Let me throw it to President Kalaba. Most callers are calling you to jump on an alliance. Just very quickly there, let's get your thoughts.
Look, first of all, thank you very much for the callers. And the Citizens First is already in an alliance, first of all, I think for starters.
That's right.
We are already part of an alliance called the Citizens First Orange Alliance. Secondly,
yeah, Barry Ziambo.
Barry Ziambo is UPND?
I'm not sure.
That's what he said himself.
Oh, okay.
Ovangene mwatu muno mu UPND. Ba UPND bamene mu 2006 ba UPND benzibanangana na my elections. Sibana win ba UPND. Mu 2008 benzibanangana na my elections. Sibana win ba UPND. Mu 2011 benzibanangana my elections ba UPND sibana win. 2015 was my elections, I this one away. From 2008, I took number 3. 2006 number 3, 2008 number 3, 2011 number 3. But when I they continued because they had a vision of what they wanted to achieve. Sometimes your vision might not be appreciated by many others. You know, one of the great leaders.
What's your vision?
The vision is to emancipate the country, get rid of crooks in our politics, and allow the Zambian people to have a feel of what it means to have a government in place. Even as a minister, I resigned from being minister that time in PF. I resigned when I didn't think that it was right or fashionable to continue saving the government when the people were being defrauded. So, yes, UPND valiko, Vandankana valiko, there is nothing wrong with us.
So you're saying you're still preparing. 2026? Yes. Yeah.
We're participating in the elections. That's why we have got all these leaders here. They're participating in the elections. I am participating in the elections. So, but the question you're asking is they're asking you to join alliance. We're already in an alliance. And even if the Citizens First was to say we collaborate with other working partners, we'll still collaborate with them while maintaining our identity as Citizens First. There's nothing wrong with me talking. I think you have seen in the past, I've been talking to other leaders in other alliances. Why? Because if we are in the opposition, it is important for us in the opposition to be talking to one another. For the sake of tomorrow, we need vote protection.
Yeah. Because why I asked that, is it participation to be recognized or participation to win the election?
No, we are not participating to be recognized. We're participating to win.
Because I looked at the example you gave that the UPND.
No, I was answering Vaziambo.
Okay, right.
Wakambati, imwe, valani party yanu, ngenani muri ino, amungeni muri. So why we spana vale party yao mu 2006? Why spana I say vale party yao mu 2008? Why spana I vale mu 2011, mu 2015? They kept on going. So why should the Citizens First close? Because according to him, there are only two parties that should be looked at. Okay. The Citizens First is going to be here. The Citizens First is participating in this election to win. And that's why we are participating in this election. If we come across evidence that, oh, we need to forge alliances with other groupings so that we can become stronger, the Citizens First will not be shy to do that. We'll still say, oh, okay, for the sake of the people of Zambia, we as the Citizens First, we are going to hold hands with others, so that we stop the poverty, we stop the anger, we stop, not anger, the anger and the hunger, and we stop the mismanagement of our resources. Because right now we don't have a country. We don't have a country right now. It's terrible to be in this country. And to just say no, even when I was growing up, there were certain things So, by UPND, if they are winning, it's okay, they can win without us. As Citizens First, we are going to put up our case, and we are going to work with other opposition progressive alliances and not the UPND.
We pick some few more calls, perhaps any contribution from
Rose.
Sparta North aspiring candidate MP, Rose Shaw.
What is free education?
Free education. Okay, so in as much as free education is, we still have a lot more children that are not going to school, even when free education is actually in place. Why do I say so? It is because most of the families are not managing kugula vintu monga mabuksi, nsapato, uniform. So upeze kati ku school kuli free education at boma yepasa free education, but mwana kuyalini ku school. So ukakosha chifukwa ati mwana aliye nsapato. No mwana aliye mabuku. Why is it that mwana aliye nsapato? It is because vantu bali endalama zokulira yala mabuku. In the free education iliko, but mwana ngatalie uniform aliye nsapato. Kwa ku school angarute. Ku school angarute lini. So this is the more reason as to why the president Hari Kalaba is emphasizing on in
nationalization.
Yes. Kuti the more we do that, nchito nazo zishitengati za paka za pezeka, so bantu in that manner they'll have money to get books, to buy uniforms, and to also buy all things that requires for a child to go to school. So ngati muntu apeza nchito tikamba kuti makolo bopezeka na ndalama mwana free education angaluterina njala ofunika adi ofunika avalo ofunika sambi ofunika avale uniform ngati ko bonse vukuliye ku school sazaluta. So ndechifukwa chake iyo yeve point na imbushishangako kuti izo zikankhala malo mwake nishindrama zinkhale makomo makolo wankhale na chani na ndalama yakuti angagule vili vonse vofunikira kuti mwana achite chinji alote ku school. And that is actually one of my plans once I'm voted into parliament ku Chipata North, mwe bantu ba ku Chipata North. Plan yangu ni yakale kale endera kuyamba neyambako chodampira kamba kakuchipanene kaninga kwanishe lini. But in most times I would buy books, I would buy stockings, I would buy uniforms and just share with the kids in my school makamaka sininga tomole mazina, because I usually do not get photos of what I do, but I do it from the background. I'll get books, I'll get my stockings and a lot more things just to donate, to say napeleka pano pa school kapena nikambe kuti example ni panadarisika. A headmaster or kapena mateacher ndewo ziwa balabana bovutikira mu klasi. Kuti omune mu class mwangu mwana oyaliye uniform, one mu class mwana aliye mabuku. So those things I share with those kids that are vulnerable, so to say, for lack of a better term. Bas balaba ma head teacher kapena ni ma teachers ndebo tola vila vinvoka sa balabana, because they are the ones that are able to identify bana bovutikira mu class. And once I do that, off I go. So I think that would also be good through our office. Once I become MP for Chipata North, we are going to have that particular office where we are going to be keeping such things like books and all that stuff. It will not just come from our own pockets, but we'll also lobby from a lot of different people. My businessmen,
we'll pick 3 more calls and then we conclude the program. 0978748993. It's good to have your name and control. Zina mtumira phone. Buno Pitirizani, you have 1 minute. Zina mtumira phone. Atubandan. Zina. Okay. Pitizana Zuru. Bakopara Western Province, thank you so much. 1 minute. So let's pick another one very quickly as we are coming to the close. 0978748993. It's good to have you. Zina mtumina phone. Pitirizan cyber band. Ndiye kuti bwanji mwambi uyo. Right. President Kalaba, you have 4 minutes to respond and then we call it a wrap.
Thank you very much. In fact, it reminds me of what Bosa and Petauke was asking. What method will you use? Yo gulilamo meli chimanga. Just nakamba tunapeleka chimanga sana satellite depot. The same day depot clerk amini mbelani ja receipt notice. The following day, you mind bank to get your money. The money should be paid 24 hours after depot clerk can certify that my FRM are military attend, and that is what is going to happen. free education wagopa la command wakambapo chitukuko yayi amene ifunika ni free and quality education yakuti teacher afunika nkana na bana bolinga mu classroom na kuchita assess not mwana asiza grade 12 ngamuza temba zina yake abi mixinga nishimazira batarapunzira mushemusha we akasiza bwanji grade 12. So we are going to change that. Banda Isaac mchache na mwaka mbira, we have seen what our colleagues have done muri 4 years. Sapanga mistake yo babu zapo manje ni kuyesa ko vintu va new kuona leadership ya new so that vantu chitukuko chioneke, unlike what we are seeing now. Majokes yai vantu vavutika bagwira ku ulimi nishagwenda kuma votes yano. So muntu agwira ku ulimi nishagwenda ku voters card yano. Maponzi said that ulimi kuno kumawa siwo sewelera ko yai tifuna chitukuko chene chopeleka ziko watu kusogora.
All right, huyo Bangiriza Magamaka.
My leaders watu aposheko bantu and give the numbers, eh?
Yeah.
Just real quickly,
you have 2 minutes. Yeah.
Quickly.
Awe ine nikamba pano ndine Titus Mwanza makungwa wati kansera vantu wa makungwa wati tavutika ngako makamaka seta alimi talira ngako malimi muona mbeu mokugulira mbeu zuchitangati tupasa tiara ero boma imafikana wenye tenzoona ministenze alipo alupeni mtoropiri mwezona miraboza akuto tupereka ndrama mairo mazo tupereka boza ila akalupitiriza nayo nalomba. So hapa wana mantha kuti vaite chinji vachose mtengo wozi vakuti vakachosa mtengo vantu sivazavomera nawo vaite chinjichi vazavuta sivazavotera. Somwe vantu ava vantu vofuna vatichenjerere vofuna utiteya ngatini chinji ngatini mbeva vakatikata ndichikwasira vakapita chini ma problem. Somwe vantu wa makungwa techi making sure pa 13 August tikavoterera President Hari Kalaba na mwana wanu obadwira mkomo mwanu muntu oziwa mavuto nuwala ochokera momene makungwa umo.
Okay, because
so
of that
please,
we can give
the number is 0976 27 51 36. Nikuvotera chape pa mtengo pachimfwire vantu wa makungwa pachimfwire va president pachimfwire va councilor pachimfwire.
Okay, so very quickly, you just give your name and your number.
Kama kwambili na bwana sonji inaweza kila simbewe ngati MP wa Chipangali West. Namba yanga ni 0979 772689.
All right.
Zipeleka ngati mwana wanu obadwa ma chiefdoms yonse ya tatu ya Chipangali West.
All right. Dear listener, we've come to the end of the political program on Breeze FM. Very quickly, mkapeleke number
0972159008 0972159008 Rose Shower, Chipata North, incoming member of parliament.
Aspiring mayor, very quickly.
Ziko mumkozi ziko mubovesera kubwalo ko kalende ni kukankana kwa kanuja uli pampuno pafupi nipamene wafika Danton Ndlovu pali umeya nishimwasegula ma civil servants ma farmers voice yanga ndiye nchito yangu ziko.
Dear listener, we leave it here for now. Thank you so much for being part of